Hello.
Hello, Charlie.
That's an organ hanging from the sky. It's an awfully big church.
Trying to navigate the train station.
Have you been in Amsterdam?
I've been a long time ago when I was studying.
Technology, that's where they used painted or actually stained glass, colored pieces of glass joined together like the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. And this is where the inside, you see, it's opposite, it's right the same. You see, when you look at this part of the wall from the outside, there's a pillar behind it. And there was no way to open this, you see, and the architect, he used the same material which he used on the right hand side in the window and applied it to the wall to create at least the impress take. You see, it's where two parts of the building meet. There has to be a pillar to reinforce it, otherwise it just structure supporting the organ, you see, otherwise it would have been a bit barren, you see, and drab. And you see the floor layout changes now. This is pretty plain and simple. It becomes much more sophisticated. So you have ornaments here, patterns, and pictures. And it's tiny pieces. It's a real mosaic floor, only 120 years old.
Brand new. And what are these names?
Oh, these are our bishops. Start with it. Let's see where it starts. I need one particular name. Maternus, yes, that's where it starts. Because that's the first name we know. There might have been other bishops, but that's the first name we can really trace back. See? It's the line of our bishops starting here, going back 1,700 years. Well, it has been damaged. You see by parts of the ceiling falling down in the Second World War, and yeah, that's Cologne Cathedral before the turning point. See, before they had this demolished and replaced by the present structure. And you see the problem. I would have loved to show this to you, and now I'm stuck with this modern building. You see? But I mean, when you demolish a church, I mean, this is quite something. I mean, you take away people's home, they identify with that church, so you cannot just, raised by this cathedral. And right now, we are in the part that was built first, within only 80 years. You see, this was really built within one go. You see? And that's why I have much of, or most of the interior in here and not in the west. Because in the western part, we had a giant tea break. You see, people stopped, went home, and came back after 230 years. So,
Why did they stop?
well, it's because
Money.
of Martin Luther.
Oh,
Because of
right.
the Reformation.
Okay.
And
Because of what?
of Martin Luther. And the beginning of the Protestant churches, the splitting up of Christianity, and even Roman Catholics were no longer interested in completing such a large lecture hall, as they would put it. It was just out of fashion. And then people came back because they wanted to complete this as a monument.
Okay.
You see? Right, and
Where was Luther?
he was in the heart of Germany, and he actually never played a role directly in Cologne, but the sources, the financial sources were gone, half of them.
Okay.
But Cologne has always remained a Catholic
Always
city.
Catholic, yeah.
There was no Reformation
That's
here.
why we have Rosenmontag. Yeah?
Yes, there's no carnival in Protestant regions, only in Catholic regions.
You know, the only place we have carnival in the States is in New Orleans or
Yeah.
Louisiana. Yeah.
And there's also the French tradition.
Right.
See, because it was called Nouvelle Orléans in the past. And Louis XIV, Louis XIV, gave his name to the state of Louisiana. Louis,
Right. So the French.
Très français. and the Spaniards. Some street names in Spanish, as I remember.
Oh yeah. Constellation. French and Spanish.
Yeah, and we have a very oriental tradition here in Cologne. When you look at this drawing there, you see there are kings, and they are known as the Magi or the wise men. You see, the first intellectuals to visit Jesus and to present 3 gifts: gold, incense, and myrrh. And when you read about them, it's an auto-brief passage in the Gospel of Matthew. It doesn't tell about where they came from, it doesn't tell about their number, and it doesn't tell about what they did in their spare time. But there's a lot of, that was assumed. People went to visit their graves in the desert in the Holy Land. At one stage, people started declaring this their grave. It wasn't an empty grave, but a grave. Empty? It's not an end in itself. It's here as a symbol of royalty and divinity. See? So that everybody knows this is it. You see, it's the center of the cathedral. And let me show you something. See, that's the front.
So there's just 3 skulls in there?
Karsten?
What happened to the rest of the bones?
It's also in there, but you can only see the skulls.
Oh, so the whole skeletons. Okay.
Complete. And you see there's enough room. This is very long and there's a lot of space in it.
And people were shorter then too.
Exactly, yeah. And now you see the front, there's not one part of it left plain. It's all embellished and adorned. And this explains why it took 40 years.
And it's only 300 kilos. So thin gold.
The core is wood. And what you see are thin layers of gilded silver plates. Otherwise it would be way too heavy.
Yeah. Now the windows with the patterns on the top, had they been plain until the 50s? Or were they replaced?
Actually, these are modern replacements, partly, but when you look at those patterns, they are traditional, 700 years old, and they look so modern. They look like 1910 or 1920.
Yeah, very
so
Art
sometimes
Deco,
it's very
yeah.
hard to tell, and that's why I say it's so difficult. See? Right, and you see behind it there's a crucifix, not yet covered, but in a couple of days it will be covered. And this is an image of Christ in it, and they found traces of color. You see, the cushion is red, and the battlements are blue. You see, and there's a Jewish quarter they are working on.
So how far away?
What push-up is that?
I don't
The
know.
rough guess I would say 1.5 miles.
Oh, okay. So out away from.
Yeah, don't worry.
There
Nothing
might
can
be
happen to us.
information.
Order of color have been chosen by a computer program, and then the person who designed this window, he interfered. There were some clusters of color he didn't want, and he changed this, and he reorganized some parts, and he